Um, okay, hi everyone. Today we are going to be continuing a bit with the Snowtel, um, adding kind of the Snowtel data. I did a couple days ago refactor some of the functions just a little bit, and I did that, and then I committed it to the repo. So those have been updated, but now it's time to get kind of the Snowtel function to work. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna work on. So basically, what's going to happen with the Snowtel function is, what's going on with this? Let's see. Check. So yeah. So basically, with the Snowtel function, it should hopefully be yeah, we want to get essentially working and joining properly. So today I'm gonna write the unit tests for that and then kind of go from there. So yeah, let's see, tests. First I'm gonna go open the things again. So test should be under, yeah, here. So yeah, we'll go from there, I guess. So basically the Snowtel scraping function, I think, is it's primarily in the I think I added it to the, did I add it to Weber? Okay, yeah, I added it to Weber. So it's this function. Basically it will also then be called in that kind of main core code there. So yeah, I'll head over to do that. So we'll just import this from Weber scraping functions, import, now get Snowtel data, and then we'll just write a quick test. Let's see if it can. I think, yeah, actually this might be a good time. Or actually what it's recommending isn't that bad in terms of that. Though the first part's wrong, so so yeah, that's not right. The station ID, we're going to have to actually probably, I'm going to manually do a station ID because this current metadata file is actually from the East Coast, so it doesn't have the Snowtel data. So I'm going to get like a Snowtel station ID. And just do the test there. For the actual join, we will probably have to spin up another test that actually has it. What's the ID though? I think again we're using that other API, that powderlines.js, to get the Snowtel. So whatever, it's how they're IDing the stuff. So I think it's, yeah, this triplet that is should be the station ID. So we'll just use that one. And then yeah, we'll see what again is that supposed to return. Okay, so it's just supposed to return a df, so we'll just do that. And self.assert is instance. No. pd.data frame. So that's basically import pandas as PD. The rest of that looks good. I'm going to, I thought I had done this earlier, but I am going to work on adding the doc string here. Okay, so yeah, actually that's okay for the description. What I really want to note though, because that's a little confusing, is what the station ID should be. So yeah, that's actually, so I think that's basically what we want there. I'll just these are pretty self-explanatory. And then so we returns a data frame of the Snowtel site ranging the start time to the end time, and it should return a pd.data frame. So that looks good. We'll commit that then. Oh, that was another thing. There we go. Okay, I'm not gonna mess with the README now. Might bring this to a new branch, so I'm gonna call this Snowtel validation, or Snowtel testing maybe. Yeah, so we'll just add those. We'll publish this branch and those commits, and then we'll go over to GitHub and open a PR for that. Right now we'll make it a draft PR again. So, oops. So we're going to use this branch. So yeah, so we'll just create a pull request, add Snowtel, test cases, and join to main df code. Yeah, I mean, when you're writing PRs, yeah, it's always good. I like to have a little checklist of the different things I'm doing in them, and then, you know, particularly on some teams, people can be kind of assholes about what you're actually getting done. You know, particularly if you have a Scrum master or whatever. So if you have like, if you have on a PR, you like write your PR so it has a checklist of the different things you're doing. Then that's like progress you can report to like your manager, who's ever supervising you. So a lot of the things in the work world is just kind of looking like you're doing stuff. I mean, you should be actually doing stuff, but I mean, it would be just as effective not to. But in any case, so I'm just gonna add what I'm doing here so people can see. So add Snowtel testing functions to test main scraping method. So, or I don't know if that issue was auto closed. It might have been. Because yeah, normally too, it's good to link it to an issue. No, it shouldn't be closed actually. Okay, yeah. So this would be, so on GitHub everything has an issue number. Um, so basically just link it to the issue. Um, I guess it could just be with the what from the west with Snowtail Station. Create test, additional test to test join of Snowtail to test join of Snowtail to, I think, to the joined df. Verify doc strings are descriptive for Snowtail functions. So we'll just do that. So it looks like that check did fail. So we can now go check in on that. There. So yeah, basically, actually, those are kind of the same, but, so, so we'll check this here. Okay, so that had no attribute start date. I don't know if we're actually saving that to there or what. It probably actually should be. Oh, I think it was start time, so actually, so not date. So I think that's start time. Yeah. So, those are the things. I'm also going to double check that that triplet is right. Remember, we did have this code in the notebook, so, and it did run end to end there, so I'm just going to double check that sort of stuff. Yeah, it looks like that is what the triplet is, so it should handle that. 427. So yeah, primarily updating that. I'm also gonna check here. Do datetime. Yeah, and okay, and network. Okay, that's okay for now. We'll add the Snowtail data. There, it is saying this is above the max line length, but just get that good, and then whoa, and so okay, so now that should be pushed. We'll wait for that to run again. These tests are still pretty quick now, so it's not taking that long to build on Circle CI. Okay, let's see. See if that runs. Okay, so it looks like that did successfully run. So, so yeah, going back to our PR, we could probably, I think this is an old one that's now out of date. So I'm gonna close this older one, for that. So we did accomplish, I think, the first thing now. So now, as I said, basically the current thing we were building the object off of didn't actually have the SNOTEL data because it was from the East Coast, and the East Coast stations don't have a SNOTEL station because of the network. So we're going to add another metadata file to test whether this thing works with the kind of with the actual metadata end to end. I also don't think I've added the function to actually join the SNOTEL data yet to the main DF, so that's what I'm going to do now. But we'll start by adding that test for the kind of test-driven development. So it looks like actually on this one, I was going to look at which one I was using. So we need a USGS gauge from the west. So I don't know what would be a good example of that. Let's go back to Boulder Creek. Actually, one of the creeks. That's one of my go-tos for the west. So we'll grab that metadata file from GCP. So it'll also be a good chance to check that it's actually in the bucket, which it should be. So we'll go back to the cloud storage, and we'll grab it from there. No way, I'm gonna go check on something first. Okay, so we'll check that the file is there. So it is there, that's good. We'll just download it. And yeah, we'll save it here. I'll just call it West Meta or something, so we know it's a western state, and it should have a corresponding SNOTEL thing to it. So so yeah, we'll now go and open that. Okay, so yeah, I think we'll then do a second scraper. And we'll do, I think I'd call it just Meta West though, right? Or, yeah, I just called it West Meta, so West Meta. I'm actually going to do probably a broader range of start and end dates too, because this is a good chance to see how this, also test how the scraper, you know, does everything over. Like the one we were testing is scraping for a single day, particularly since the SNOTEL data is only daily. Here I might want to do it over a long period, so I'm going to probably do the start date, maybe 2022 1/1, and then I might do the end date, or wait, no, these should be date times, so this should be and actually, yeah, this should just be a date time. So we'll just do those and throw those in there. Or I guess that should be the end date. So let's try that. And then let's actually try to see. Sometimes, you know, there can be weird stuff over a year boundary. So we'll just try scraping those 4 months. I don't think there is, but there can be sometimes. Oh, what's going on there? Oh shit, did I write something? Okay. So that looks good, back to normal there. That line is long, but yeah, I'm not gonna worry too much about the flake stuff. So okay, yeah, we can just test that that loads now, and kind of initializes for that time period, I guess. So or yeah, I could start drawing up this function. I guess I'll call it that. And then, so we will go to self.western scraper, and we will do the combined data again. And yeah, we'll just verify that is working. So here it should actually be, what is it? We're scraping for, like, I guess basically 4 months. Well, I mean, December's 30 days. I think January's 31. February, I need to check this. 30 plus 31 is 28. Plus, yeah, 28. So something like 89. If this is the wrong thing, we'll just fix it in a second. But that's in general, I think, what it should start to look like in terms of length. Or wait, no. It would actually be 89 times 24 since it's hourly. So should be around 2,136, or in that range. I might have messed up thinking what those dates were, but in any case, so why this runs will I might also do another self.assert equal. I think there's an is. Okay, assert in. Okay, no. So this test will definitely fail because we haven't added the code to join yet, but when it is joined, that should be in the columns. So that's fine. I mean, this should fail, but hopefully the first part of it will pass. So, okay, so while that's going, what we can do is go back to, I think I'll put it in. So, yeah, so then the thing is to figure out how to use the get snowtail. I think it will be an extension method that will be called on the base class. So let's go back to scraping functions. Or the thing's probably actually almost done, so I'll check that. So that's running. See if this is 2001. Okay, I mean, but that's good because I think that was that. That's basically 2174 divided by 24, 90 days. Yeah, I mean, that seems about right, I think. 2174. Though it's kind of a little weird that it isn't a round number. I don't know why that would be. Because we are oh yeah, it's probably due again to that issue with maybe the time zones, or I thought I fixed that. 2021, yeah, it should, yeah, I think it should be a round number, though. What did it, I'll check again. 2174, I mean, it should be divisible, I'd think, by 24. Okay. And also it should, I think, scrape through the end date, so 31. Okay, so yeah, so that would be 62 days, 28 days, would be 90. So yeah, I mean, so that it should be basically 90 times 24, right? Which would be 2160. But instead it looks like there are 14 extra hours. Except I think the date should be going through this date then. But then there should be 24 extra hours, I would think. So then it should be, or no, times 2091. So it should be 2184. So I don't know where those other 10 hours would have gone to then. Okay, I mean, I might create a separate issue for that. Because right now I'm looking at that stuff. So I might just throw that on to look at later. Investigate small hour discrepancy when scraping. How will I label this as a bug? So, and then, so, scraping from, what is it? It looks like we're scraping from and we'll solve this, I think, in this PR too. I'm just documenting what's happening. So results in 2174 hours instead of 2184 hours. So we'll just do that. It's not the prettiest comment, but we'll also tie it back to the PR. Now I'm forgetting which PR this was. So this was 15. So we should tag that. There we go. So yeah, I will investigate that a bit now. Yeah, because I would think that that's weird that it would give 14 hours. And not. So, yeah, before that, I might just do, I might actually just add print join.df, and we can see the missing date times. So it's gonna be a lot actually, but it would probably be at the end or the beginning. So or wait, no, so I need to print this self.joined self.westernscraper.join.df dot and then date time. So I'll just print that. I'll check that out next time, but I'll also proceed ahead with adding this code to here. So so yeah, I'll go do that. As well. So let's see. Okay, so yeah, that would be going back to the scraping notebook. And yeah, so I think I did actually write that function where I joined it. So it actually looks like a pretty simple function. So this will be added, I guess, to this main class here. And we'll need to add self too, so there. So yeah, I'll add that there, and then we'll see. Combine df snowtail. So I'm actually gonna get rid of that, and instead we're gonna do self dot, I think it's join df dot merge. Is this indented right? Can't tell. I need more screen room. So this should be, I think it's one outside, or no, it's right, I think. Yeah, because that would be okay. So one thing I don't like actually about Python is how they base stuff on indentation. I always found that weird. That was one of the few things I thought like Java did better. You don't have to deal with like the right indentations. Okay, so that looks right. Not sure if I want this to return. Just think about that. I guess. In any case, I guess I will, for now, throw in another test. So we'll do, then we'll also call after this maybe self dot western scraper dot combine snowtail with df, and to do that we can do yeah, I don't actually know if actually probably in this actual class I probably want that done together would be my guess. So I would probably import, yeah, from import get snowtail data. And then I would call this like the snowtail df, I guess, is what I'd call it. Get snowtail data. Yeah, that actually I think should basically be correct. And then okay, in that case, then we wouldn't have that. No. So we then call self dot snowtail df. And that would hopefully then work. So what's that? So yeah, that looks right. And then similarly here, I don't actually pass this anything. Wait, what happened? Thought I had. Okay, did I get rid of that? Shit. Okay, there it goes. So we just call that in general. And then, yeah, I'm still not sure if I want to have that returned or just want to assign it to something. I think, yeah, I mean, I think here I probably just want to assign something. Yeah. But the thing is, though, yeah, if that's going to be called in part of a pipeline, well, I mean, I guess that could be, yeah, we could handle that logic later. But I mean, some, I guess, obviously gauges will have to have a thing like if snowtail meta, if like snowtail ID and meta whatever. I'm going to double check too to see if that's correct. So so yeah, I'll double check to see what's that doing. Combined df. Yeah, I'm not sure actually. Okay, so I thought snowtail. So where'd I get that from the meta? Okay, actually, yeah, shit. So it's actually metadata, snowtail, and then triplet is apparently the thing, I think. So this should instead be yeah, so this instead should go to, I think, yeah, so get snowtail data, so yeah, self, so this should be self.metadata, and then this thing, sync, so might actually just do that there. So I'll do that. And then we can try committing this, adding snowtail and print. Oh shit, I just hit my microphone again. So we'll see about that. Or oops, I shouldn't have done that. So we'll see if that goes. Yeah, I'm just going to leave that for a sec. And then this will hopefully run. So key error date. Let me see. Okay, so a bit about the output. Again, on the output, basically, we were printing basically the data frame date time. So, let's see. So yeah, well, it didn't really show us what I guess should be missing. So it does look like it ran 6 hours into actually the 2nd of March, which actually it probably should do given the time difference between the local time and I think this would then be mountain time. So I guess that would make sense. But that still means that 10 are missing. But I don't know. Well, I guess one is definitely missing. Because, yeah, it starts then. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe some of the rows were invalid or something. I'd have to dig deeper to see about that. So, but it doesn't seem to be related to the time zone issue because the time zones seem to be working correctly. So it's possible there was some NaN or corrupted data which was changing the expected length. But yeah, I'll probably have to look at that further and check the lengths of both the ASOS and the USGS frames before the merge to see what's going on per se. So then on the other error that still seemed to be happening was that basically the date it was saying it looks like there was no date in the snowtail DF. And I'm not really sure why that is because I think there was a date in the when we ran it in the scraper. So So I'm not really sure why there's no date column there. But have to see. So I guess what I can do, so I know that it's not a time zone issue, so I'm not going to print that there anymore. I'm going to remove that instead, and then I'm going to, I think, go to, I thought I fixed the no new line. Okay, it keeps coming back, the no new line. So yeah, I'm gonna remove that now, and then what I'm going to do is so yeah, first gonna try to figure out why there isn't a date in here. And then I am going to try to figure out the rest of it. So so I don't know why they're so let's try, I guess, print dot columns so I can see what's in there. And what, yeah. And that should help tell us if it's entirely null or not. Then if we go back to here, I'm gonna try to do something else. Print. I'm gonna try looking at the len. Or actually I can do some assert equals here to like test it. So like if we do self.assert len self.western scraper dot usgsdf. So the usgsdf is before is in 15-minute intervals instead of hourly. So I'm gonna see if it's that length or longer using this test case, and then I'm also going to self.assert equal len dot asosdf, and that should be, what was it we were saying? It was, now I forget how many days. It should have been, I think, 91 times 24 or something. So it should be 2,184. So I'm gonna check the length of those, and then actually, yeah, let's change that to that, and then see. Okay, so yeah, we'll probably revert this commit later, or I don't know, I might actually keep those test cases, just in case, because they are useful test cases. But yeah, we're gonna see what this says. Oh, though potentially actually then this could fail before it hits this thing. That would be the only problem. So then it won't give then this one commit won't give us answers on the combine Snowtel with DF issues, but let's see, and it failed. Oh shit, I just misspelled some crap. So yeah, I just misspelled some stuff there. So yeah, that was the main problem with that. Going to see. Get with Snowtel. Going to add. No, function to combine the Snowtel data with the joined ASOS and USGS data. Okay. Oh shit. Okay. So yeah, we'll just so yeah, we'll just kind of commit this, see what happens, and then and yeah, I go from there, I guess. So let's see. So yeah, the spinning up the environment is usually pretty quick. Shouldn't take more than a few more seconds. So at some point I probably will have to go back and clean out this print debugging. There's definitely too much of it. Okay, so we see that the initial, I think, well actually it looks like the initial USGS was probably correct. Might have been a little off. It looks like there was probably 2,185. So it would have been at most 1 hour short. We wouldn't have seen it like 10 hours short. So so it might have been up to 1 hour short, probably not 10 hours short. So that was mostly good. So I'm gonna actually probably comment out that test for a second, and just like do like most 1 hour short, just as a comment. And then here I'm gonna let this test run. Yeah, I mean, I actually think that was probably right, because if it was 15-minute intervals, then I mean, then if it's then we divide it by 4, then yeah, and it came out to 0.5, then it was at most, yeah, it was at most 1 hour short. It might have even had that last hour in it. So I'm gonna say that was correct, but you definitely wouldn't have seen, like, you know, a missing 10 hours of data from that. So so I'm gonna go back to this function and let this kind of run. So, and then so yeah, I'm gonna let that run then. So oh, oops, I might. Well, it doesn't matter since this is that. And then so I'm gonna see now briefly. Running the tests. Let's see. Yeah, as I said before, I think there is too much print debugging in this, so when we wrap it up, we will reduce it. So 2,200, and that's probably from the additional day we tacked on to handle the time zone thing. So let's see, 2184 plus 24, 2208. So yeah, that's pretty much yeah, I mean that's kind of what I'd expect. I'm not sure. It looks like though probably the hours are getting cut out when the thing is being merged. That's probably my guess. I mean it's not a huge deal. So actually I think probably right now I'm going to take this out, or I might pause both of these tests and then pause this test and then try to just correct this later and see. So we'll go here to fix this. Yeah, so I don't know. I think what I might do, is I might, I mean, yeah, for easier debugging, I might actually throw up like another notebook to try to debug some of that maybe. And that's probably outside the scope of this now. I think there's some small issue, maybe some of the stuff getting joined. I think we are doing basically an inner join, so if there was a small discrepancy in the date time, that's what could be causing us to lose those hours, because basically the length of those things does seem to be correct. It's just an issue of it like not joining necessarily right. So but for now I'm gonna try to finish this up, and then we'll finish up the stuff with getting this hotel just working, and then I'll investigate more of the problem with the hours. So we'll go back there, or oops, where are my pipelines? So 76. So yeah, that's the one I just did. So when I print dot columns, it looks like it was giving me some web page almost. And yeah, so this is almost some web page or something, it looks like. It might not even be a pandas data frame, actually. So let's go look at get Snowtail data. So this should be returning a pd.data frame though. I don't know why it wouldn't be. I'm gonna do print JSON res. See what that does. Just add some debugging there. I might remove that now. I might just change this to this to see what it is. It looks like though it might be like just getting the web page, or I might just remove this actually. Because it looks like it's the JSON that's probably messed up. Because so I'm gonna check that. So let's see. Shouldn't take too long again. So it's going to run the test, and then well, that is definitely not JSON. So it looks like their data heading's returning a bunch of weird shit, actually. Yeah, like so that's returning like legit data. I don't know why. Or maybe I think, now that I'm remembering it, I don't know if this actually took a date time, or I'm gonna print that URL, print base URL, because I think those times aren't supposed to be. This might actually be wrong. These maybe should be strings, because I think that might be what's happening. So yeah, my guess is these should be strings, but so yeah, actually let me do, I mean, I think that's the problem, so I'm just gonna go ahead and fix those. Or shit. No, wait. Date time, Python to string. I think it's that. So we'd have to do that, so think we do. These don't have hour, minute, that sort of thing. So there, I'll just put that there. And then, okay, in that case, they'd still be date time, but, or wait, no, not print the base URL. Okay, I'm gonna just try that, see if that works, and then, so we'll just check that. Key error date. Okay, I should have probably done that print there. So I'm still gonna print, I guess, this base URL. I'm gonna see what this is doing and if it's a valid URL. Or wait, I think actually it's supposed to be this format. Yeah, it's definitely... Okay, we're missing it. There we go. So I just changed that, so we'll do this thing. Yeah, it's just a matter, I think, of getting the string in the right thing. Or it's returning, like, gibberish from their side. Is that right? Okay, I'm gonna get rid of it. I don't know what to do with some of these unit tests. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so... Yeah, I'm not doing very intelligent commitment messages right now. I'm just trying to get this running to see, so... Okay. How I think I hurt my finger last night. It's sore typing. Yeah. Probably at jujitsu. Like, broke a grip hard. Shit, what the fuck? Okay, I'm gonna see what this thing does. But now that we have essentially the same URL that it has, we should be able to see what it... Okay, that is returning junk. So, yeah, the URL is definitely returning junk. Why, I don't really know. Let me go back to here. Let's see, how was I formatting those? So it was in this format, I think. 12/01/2020, or maybe... Or wait, no, it was year, month, day, I think. Not that order. So that's probably what was doing it. But actually I can check right now, so So if it's year, month, day, 2021, 12/01, and we do something like 2022/03. I think this is probably it, but yeah. So this needs to be the right order. So yeah, so this should then be, this should be year here, right? Year, month, day. Not that great with regex. Actually, I was good for a while, but now it's been like 3 months since I've done anything with, you know, that sort of thing. Okay, wait, oh shit, yeah, that's changing there, but not there. I should have just copied that, right? Okay, so we're good there. So that should be good, I think. Yeah, hopefully that's right. Actually, we'll do add fix date time string. Saying the date time conversion string to match powder lime's API requirements. So yeah, that should be good, hopefully. So let's see, should be running. That was the last one. Let's get rid of some of these tabs. Don't need that. Ads, and that's still useful. And I'll keep these one. This one isn't that useful. Now what? Okay, snow water equivalent. So it's saying snow water equivalent not found in the index. I don't think it should be in the index, right? Or snow depth. So snow water equivalent. Okay, yeah. I mean, I don't think that exact thing should be in there, but from what this is showing, it looks like none of these are in it, which I'm wondering why. Oh wait, so that won't be the join DF. That would be the final DF we're assigning, so right. Oh yeah, .coms. Okay, so I think that should be good. And then I don't think it would be called that though. I actually don't really like these column names. I think I remember that in here. Yeah, they're kind of weird things. And then there was a problem where you wanted to actually interpolate the stuff, I think. So oh yeah, so then I was creating kind of a column called filled snow. So I might just do that now too. Scraping functions. Where the fuck? Okay, so self.final df. And then we can just do, yeah, if that's in there. Now. So it's filled snow, I think. Yeah, filled snow. Did I do anything else here? Okay, no, that was basically just doing that. Okay, should be good. Oh yeah, then we fixed this test, so, and then just say if filled snow. Okay. Oh, God. So Snowtel testing. Go there. Okay, so that worked. Gonna kind of probably wrap that up for here. There's still obviously the issue with the things not being exactly correct, which is, I guess, a problem. But yeah, that should pretty much wrap that up, I think. And then I think well, yeah, I don't know if I'll live stream that part, but then I am going to kind of go to more debugging depth about kind of the offsets there. So, because that does seem to be, well, it's not a huge issue. But it obviously is an issue for getting the stuff. I think we're pretty much we haven't really created the test to. Well, I mean, it does test this basically. I am probably gonna write one more test to see, to make sure the length is still proper, and then add that. But then we also, as I said, obviously discovered this bug, so hopefully I'll investigate that more. But yeah, that's kind of the core of that. And then once this is done, I think we'll begin working on kind of this issue where the idea is to get the paths to the Sentinel-2 files, and then and so that would then go into this kind of core scraper here, and then finally then we're gonna write kind of what should be interesting too is write kind of a connector, so for these scrapes to then write these in conjunction with the other repository, the infrastructure one. We'll basically specify the table schemas in those, but here then we'll write the data that was scraped into these files then to the tables on GCP, and that will also be might also be somewhat challenging because we have to add like appending the data for certain days, and then also caching some of the like tables from the like weather stations and the Snowtail stations, because we won't necessarily want to scrape all of them numerous times, since in all likelihood, several weather stations, or one weather station might go to several gauges, or one SNOTEL site might go to several gauges. So instead, we'll cache them and probably use this function to check to see if that data is before rescraping them. So yeah, in any case, that's kind of, particularly for some of those larger scrapes where there's a lot of data scrapes involved. So anyways, that's kind of the core of that. And yeah, probably wrap up there. So